beautiful beings of light. I was getting ready to make a video, and in the last moment my tablet was sitting here and I was going to watch something while I got the video ready, and I actually went to Neo Glimmer, and it was incredible. He was talking about exactly the same thing that I'm getting ready to speak about. And his was Astra Logo Star Zodiac Influence. And get the camera set up here. So what I was getting ready to speak about, the other night I had a dream, and when I woke up I wrote these two words down: X-it, existence, X-it and C. Well, in several of my videos I've shown this idea, the compass and the square. Okay, and it's the idea of XX, right? And an interesting thing I've shown before, the two pillars of Jachin and Boaz, I, X, XI, is actually Roman numerals 911, which I translate as I am. But yesterday, being September the 23rd, Equinox, and as it was sort of translating to me, was equal no X. Okay, so yesterday, being fall, was 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of dark, so it was equal no X. And these ideas of X is a reference to difference. Ye who become as gods, knowing the difference. You know, and it all goes back to the duality. So much about what I've made my videos about, this duality. So, you know, in the idea of the equinox, right now, September the 23rd, 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of night. In December 21st, I think, it is the equinox, and it's the longest night and the shortest day. Then in spring, March the 21st, it is equal again. It's the 12 and the 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of night. Then in the summer equinox, it's the longest day and the shortest night. Okay, I'm born in the spring. I was born March the 22nd, at 3:22, and the day before I was born at like 1:30 in the morning a.m., right after the spring equinox, a balance, born in balance, so to speak. And but back to that XX, the X-it, existence, extreme, ecstasy. I mean, that's another word. EXTASY. You know, X to see. And then, you know, I've sort of shown this idea of the duality. I mean, it's like Democrat, Republican, land, water, black, white, male, female, rich, poor, you know, salt, pepper. But then, you know, I've shown also the fruit, okay, which is the child here of the two, and you get the same symbol that I've shown you in other videos. And it's sort of the idea of the narrow path. You know, if I go back and I put my little circle here, this funny thing, circle, C-I-R-C-L-E. And I'm going to jump here real quick. The E. You know, we're sort of shown this E. But I'm going to show it to you sort of this way. And it's sort of the crazy idea that, like, alright, that's 1x. Here's 1x. And it's the duality, okay? And it's like, you know, the knowledge of good and evil, eliminate one, land or water, eliminate one. One must be good, one must be evil. But, you know, it's sort of eliminate one, and you get the F. You know, in school, F is bad. You fail. You fail. Because there's a thing about vowels. I was just reading yesterday the English alphabet. I was looking up the equivalent to the letter E in the Hebrew alphabet. Well, the Hebrew alphabet does not have vowels. So we have our A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, 6. So in a weird way, it takes it back to 21 letters. And for me, the 21 goes back to the Anatakarana. And the Anatakarana is a cube that has 3 sevens in it. And in Sanskrit, the translation is Rainbow Bridge. And the way I understood it and comprehended it was that if there are 3 sevens on this side, then there must be 3 sevens on the other side, equaling the 42. And then it progresses on. And but see, it's back to the duality again, the opposites. You know, one extreme to the other extreme, and then the narrow path. And that is made up of the compass and the square, and the third X, sort of the child. And in that, then it goes back to the 4 and the 4 and the 1. But the Neo Glimmer video, they were talking about very much somewhat the same things about this X. You know, and then this idea of applying this X to duality, the land, the water, all the opposites, everything in this reality, the third and fourth dimension, has an opposite. You know, and believe it or not, I mean, all of this is in Scripture. But people are not taught it. Of course they're not going to be taught it. If they were understood it, divide and conquer would not work. I mean, and what they want you to do, they want you to pick a side and fight. You see, it goes back to the ego again. You see, the ego will ID itself, and the ID is like, all right, and there's your D. It's like I divide, I difference. I don't know. I'll work on this one.